skin is like soft, and it's usually not like soft. So this one does say that it's 24-hour moisturization and dermatologically tested. I wouldn't use one that wasn't dermatological. That's not the right word. Dermatological. That is not the right word. Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am going to be testing out fake tan for the first time ever. This is the fake tan that I tested, and basically I've got it on now. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, so I just wanted to talk a bit about kind of like the first experience. The reason for doing this is because I have quite severe eczema. It's quite alright at the moment, which is why I've fake tanned, but that's why I've never fake tanned. I've always avoided it. I've used like tanning moisturizers before. I think the first time I used it was actually an accident, but and they've always been like alright for my skin, so I was like, okay, we're in lockdown, no one's gonna see me for a little while, so if I get a really bad flare up or it goes wrong, it's not the end of the world. So yeah, I have a little clip of me applying a little bit, so I will show that. Compared to the white, like, I'm quite tan, but you can still see like patches a little bit from my original skin. So I was kind of hoping they would cover, but they haven't, which I guess is understandable. But yeah, so overall, this is the Superdrug B. I think it's a brand by Superdrug, and it's a bronzing mousse, and the colour is Sun Kissed Glow. But yeah, so I applied it, I left it on for 4 hours because all my bed sheets are white, so I was like, I'm not sleeping in that. So I left it on for 4 hours in the day, and then I washed it off. My process beforehand, so I made sure that I had no breakouts on my skin, like eczema-wise, already. So I made sure that I've waited until there's no breakouts, got a bit of dryness, but always gonna have dry skin, but no like proper breakouts. So I did that. I had a bath, exfoliated, like all the normal tan stuff tell you to do. Yeah, and then when I get out of the bath, I pat dry. Does that make any sense? I patted towel dry rather than like, I don't know how other way you're meant to dry, but I kind of like air dried mainly, because for me, when I find when I dry like fully with a towel, it makes my skin really like dry. So I air dried a little bit, and then I put my moisturizer on, which is my best friend, and I use the Cetraban. I have tried like so many eczema moisturizers, and this is my favorite one for like application process and results process as well. I always find I get the best results, and I like it because it isn't like, I find some creams are too like thin, or they stay like wet for too long. This is perfect. So if you have eczema, then I definitely recommend this one. So I went over all like my little dry places and stuff with my moisturizer, let that dry off for a little bit, and then I did like the obvious places they say to do, like your moisturise your elbows and your knees. I did that, but my knees and elbows have gone a little bit darker, a little bit, but this is the first time I fake tan, so I'm quite impressed how it all turned out. And then I applied. So main reason why I wanted to try fake tan is because I think I showed a before clip, but I get a lot of patches from my skin from where I've like naturally tanned, and then either the steroids kind of like killed my skin a bit, or from like scratching, like it genuinely like scratched my real tan off. So, but my itching has been like so much better in lockdown, like it's been like amazing, but still got the patches on my skin, and I was like hoping that maybe the fake tan would cover it a little bit. So, and like I did find it quite hard when doing the tan, because I couldn't see which was like my actual patches or what I was like, or what the tan patches were. So yeah, so that was quite like tricky. Anyway, so put all the tan on, that was fine. And yeah, left it on, then washed it off after before I washed it off, I was getting a little bit of a breakout here and a little bit of a breakout here, very like small rash, but I think that could have been more to do with the shave in my arms, so I probably shouldn't have done that. Like I shouldn't have done too much whilst trying something new, but I have really hairy arms and I wanted to. So the tan came off and it was really light, so I was quite worried. I was like, oh, like it's a lot lighter than before I obviously washed it off. Went to sleep, woke up, my tan was, so it's actually 2 days later, so I tanned 2 days ago, and I like am so impressed with it. My skin has never stayed so like moist and like moisturized and hydrated. Like I said, I wish that the patches kind of covered more, but I reckon if I was to do another layer, like even today or the day after I did it, I think that would have covered up fine. But like literally no reaction. The little reaction that I got went down after I woke up the next day, so I do think that was more to do with the shaving rather than the tan. So like I'm quite impressed. I'm going to try other tans and kind of like document that as well, because I think it's quite interesting. And like having eczema has put me off tanning my whole life, and it's something that's like quite like nice to do. So I think this tan seems good. The one thing that I am sort of noticing on like day 2 is this patch here. I don't know if you can see very clearly. I get, this is an area which is always quite dry for me. It's always quite dry and like a little bit patchy, and it's not dry, and I haven't got any flare up, but I can see where I have had flare up before. Let's see if it will focus. The tan is kind of going really patchy and like sticking to it very weirdly. But I think that could have been avoided just by like applying a little bit more moisturizer just before tanning rather than letting it dry. And then I've been moisturizing my face with just my everyday face moisturizer, because my face gets really dry, and I was worried that it would like make the tan patchy or make the tan lift, but it hasn't at all. So yes, I think it has been a bonus. I'm quite like impressed with myself, like first time tanning. I was worried I was gonna do it horribly and it was gonna be really streaky, but it was like really easy to put on. And yes, so that's all I really have to say about it. But yes, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon with another video. See you soon, bye.